Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Fat Man here. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about these cartoon bears and something called the Mandela effect. If you are already familiar with the Mandela effect, you may want to skip this video. This is kind of the introduction to the concept. If you are relatively unfamiliar with the Mandela effect, I would love it if you stuck around and we can explore the concept together. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a brief story about these bears. When I was 12 years old, my mother and I went to Cedar Point, which is a amusement park. It was August 1988. It was very hot. We had walked to the entrance into the park, and I commented how happy I was that we had reached the parking lot because I was so tired and so hot, And my mom said, "We're only halfway to the car because we parked out so far." And I was like, "Oh no, that's right." And so my mom looked around and she looked over to her left, and there was this fun house, and these cartoon bears were painted on the front of the fun house. And she said, "Are you interested in that?" And I looked at him and I said, "I liked him as a kid, but I'm 12 now. I'm not really into that anymore." And mom said, "Well, they've got air conditioning in there." And I said, "Oh, let's go." So we went to this fun house, and they had kind of a little lobby area. And we asked if it was okay if we just sat down for a little bit because of how hot it was. And there was a girl she was probably 16, 4 years older than me at the time. And she's like, "Sure, do whatever you want." And so we were just sitting there cooling off a little bit and resting our legs. And we struck up a conversation about these bears. And in the conversation, I referred to them as the Berenstein bears. And my mom said, "What did you call them?" And I said, "Berenstein, like Frankenstein." And my mom's like, "Oh." And she had a friend named Jeanette Goldstein. And mom said, I thought it was Berenstein, like Goldstein." And I said, "I don't think so." And so we had kind of an argument about it. And so we stopped the girl working there and said, "Hey, excuse me, how do you pronounce the name of these bears?" And she said, "You know what? People ask us that all the time, and none of us know. We just work here." So we were like, "Okay, whatever, thank you." And after we'd rested, we went out to the car and we left and all that. But it was memorable. So years later, and I couldn't tell you what year this was, when it kind of hit the internet, it's when everybody noticed. I saw something online about Berenstain with an A. And so at first I thought, well, that's okay. I guess maybe the company that puts these books out, maybe they changed it to A because they were tired of people arguing about it or something like that. And the online community said, no, you don't understand. It has always been Berenstain. It has always been spelled with an A. Their name has never been spelled with the letter E. And I immediately disbelieved that because of my memory of my argument with my mom. My mom died right after I graduated high school. She had cancer. We didn't know that in 1988. when we were at the fun house together. But at any rate, when my mom passed away, like some of my friends, as they got older, they would throw out stuff from their childhood. I didn't do it because I missed my mom and I wanted to keep those things as keepsakes or mementos, or so I actually still had all my storybooks from when I was a kid, and I went through the boxes where those were at, and I got out these books that I would have had in the early 80s. And sure enough, every single one of them said Berenstain with an A. And I thought, boy, that's weird, and it just made no sense to me. I'm like, well, how were mom and I having this argument? Because we wouldn't look at AIN and think, well, maybe that's the short A sound, like in tan. We would have looked at AIN as in the long A sound, like pain. So yeah, it just made no sense to me. And that was my introduction to the Mandela effect. The official version of things is that people are misremembering. I feel very confident in saying that the overwhelming majority of the Mandela effect community, though, rejects this as a BS excuse. And we don't think we're misremembering. In fact, some people actually find old VCR tapes and stuff where it's spelled with the letter E. We call that Mandela effect residue. And boy, I guess I should do a separate video about the various things people think could be happening. I guess for this video, I'll just leave it at this, that if you feel like it used to be spelled with an E, then you are Mandela affected. I'll do a separate video on what I think is going on with the Mandela effect. And there's an organization called CERN, and they put out videos where they put these cartoon bears in their videos. And I think there's a reason they include those bears. So like I say, I'll do that separately. For right now, though, if you hit like or subscribe or both, that helps the channel out. A few years ago on a different channel of mine, I got a email from YouTube saying, if you don't have a certain number of subscribers, or if there's no interaction in the comments or whatever, your channel's just too small for us to allow it to take up space on our servers, and we'll get rid of it. So that's why I'm always at the end of every video asking for likes and all that, is for that reason. And I'm told that the way the new algorithm works is very comment centric. So for selfish reasons, admittedly, I'm being transparent. I would love it if you left a comment of just maybe just how do you remember it spelled? Even that would be helpful. Beyond the selfish reason, though, I'm genuinely interested in hearing about other people's experiences. So feel free to just share your thoughts on the whole thing, and I'd love to read them. And that's it for today. I hope you guys have a good week, and I'll catch you later. Bye.